Hello everybody, my name is Chris. You're in my woodyard. This is in the woodyard, and I happen to be a happy recipient of a new machine here. I've got an eastonmade 22 MB that was delivered to me yesterday, which was pretty awesome. And eventually I'm going to fire the thing up, but it's brand new. But we're going to give you a little tour of the whole woodyard here. So starting over here on this side, I've got some loads of wood that I got shipped in not too long ago. I get it from my logger. He's not too far from here. Actually only about 20 miles away. He brought me four loads I think so far. This is two, and this is I bought specifically for this machine. And I got another load way in the back, and I got another load right on the other side of the processor over there. So I've got some logs that need to be turned into firewood. So that's the plan. Right now it's the spring of the year, so I don't have a lot of inventory. I'm probably only sitting on a couple hundred face cords or so. I don't know. I sell about 600 face cords a year, but I sell everything that burns, so I don't care what it is because it all burns. I sell cherry, I sell oak, I sell hickory, maple, locust, and what else? What am I missing?
Ash.
I sell ash, pine.
Yep.
Those are the main ones, but then anything else I got some ironwood. I've sold a lot of cottonwood. A lot of people are like, really? Like, yeah, you mix it in with the mixed hardwood. For firewood, for a fire pit, it doesn't matter. It all burns. I don't sell very much wood to people that heat with wood. Most of it is going to fireplace people. So I'll show you the size of the pieces I generally produce. Anything that can be picked up with one hand is a good sized piece of wood for the people that I sell to. So pretty much anything like this size, that's what they want. So it's like bundle grade, a lot of people call it. This is a pile of cherry. This actually was stacked. It tipped over when the frost went out. And I had a full cord right there, but I sold that last week while I was gone. A guy came and just picked it up, so I didn't even have to deliver it. I deliver almost all my wood. And like I said, I sell just about everything. So we're going to go over this way now. This is stuff that's been sitting for a while. The wood that's over here, I had a full truckload. That has all been delivered and gone. And then you can see where there's open pallets, that wood has been sold. This right here, there's some maple in here, there's some cottonwood, there's also some ash in there, and this is a little bit of oak from a pile that I split. That's a whole truckload back there that needs to be stacked. Some of it is already stacked, and then next to it is a mixed hardwood. This is all locust right here, half a truckload of locust that I got in. I've got some hollow logs here that I'm going to sell for Swedish candles or for chimney fires. They're actually hollow. What you do is you stack them like 3 high, and then you fill them, and they just keep burning like a torch. It's kind of cool. So this is the maple here, and then over there I got a bunch of oak, bunch of cherry back there, and this at one time was all solid wood from here all the way back to the tree. So that's all sold.
I have a question about these. Are you selling these? Because I know you've talked about it, and I know that
I've
people
sold a couple,
use them.
but I haven't advertised. I have people that say, "Hey, what are those?" or "Do you have any?" So a couple of people I've sold them to have been women that wanted them for planters.
Interesting.
So
Interesting. Okay.
and my wife came and stole a couple of them. She says, "Oh, I want to decorate with those." So maybe that's the market.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not for burning. Maybe it's for decorating. So because you could drop a little planter box in there, and you could have it so it's not actually filled with dirt. You could put a little planter inside of there. And some of them are really big. Some of the ones over there, I mean, they're big chunks.
Yeah.
Or you could fill it with dirt and use it as a planter. But they're really cool to stack them like this. You stack 2 or 3 high. You just fill it with kindling, get it going, and then it burns just like a torch. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's a good party thing. So I'm going to try to sell those. Over here, this was all ash through here. I had ash over here. You know, this is ash that I just cut. Was all free wood that I got. Back over here is more cherry that I've cut and split, and there's still some logs there that got to be taken care of. So I'll probably take those to the processor now that I got the processor. This right here was all wood at one time. From here all the way around the corner was solid wood, and I had a berm here that I removed to get rid of it to make room for more wood over here, because this is cherry, and then there's a bunch of oak here. And over here is my kindling pile. So if people ask me about the kindling, and yes, I sell it if people ask me about it, but I don't really advertise it. I just make bundles as I need them, and a lot of times I just give it away to people for free. Just if people order a bunch of wood from me, I just give it to them for free. Because I have people that will order anywhere from 3 to 4 full cords, and I just give them a bunch of free kindling. So,
and it's just a byproduct for you.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and I use it myself too.
It's a little bonus to give to the customer.
I had to put this little walkway in here because I had to drive my truck back here because this was all mud. This is where I took my berm out. I had to get back to this oak over here for delivery because this is the last of my oak I've got right over in this corner. So I had to be able to back into it because this was just mud here. You can see where the water was running. It's starting to kind of erode away here. And my gravel stops right over there. So all that tree service wood where it's sitting, it's as far as we could come back with it because it was just mud back here a couple weeks ago. I'll be getting more of that. And then over here I've got a big cookie bin. I throw all my cut-offs, all my chunks, all my odd-sized pieces go into this bin over here. Back in the corner where my splitter is over here, we'll walk over there. That is all hickory over here. I got a half a load of hickory, and that's what is in this corner. I wish I could get more hickory. It's hard to get around here. It's not a real popular tree, but we started doing some splitting on this. I got part of it done. I still got to finish this. And I had wood all the way through here on this edge over here, and that's all sold, except for this. But actually I have somebody that wants this. They told me they'd take the rest of it. So that's kind of pre-sold. And then I had wood all the way over to where you see the piles over there. So I think I went through almost like 10 truckloads this last year. And then I cut a bunch of stuff for free. I cut on my own land, my dad's land, a buddy's land. So I go through a lot of wood. Last year I sold somewhere around 600 face cords, I'm not sure. Or if you like to say full cords, 200. So that's about what I sell a year. And I just do it part-time just for exercise is why I started doing it because I like to do it. But then it kind of took off. Originally, my first year was about 8 years ago now, I think, 7 or 8 years ago. I had 40 face cords and I sold it within a week or two. It was just gone. And then the next year I did 80, then went to 160 and then 220 and just kept growing and growing. And now it's about all I physically can handle. So, because wood is a lot of work, but I sell pretty much everything for people for fireplaces, for fire pits. That's where it primarily goes. I have very few people that heat with it. I have just a few people that buy it for heat. And they're all real good customers. The average person I sell to buys about 2.5 face cords a year. So if I took all my customers, because there's a lot of people that buy a single face cord, but there's also a lot of people that buy 2 and a lot of people that buy 3, and then some that will buy 3 or 4 full cords. Average it out, it's about 2.5 to 3 full face cords a year. So about almost a full cord a year is what the average person goes through that I sell to. But like I said, there's a lot of people, a third of them probably, they get a face cord and they think they got all the world they're ever going to need for the rest of their life. They don't realize that there's not that much wood.
Not if you're burning even in a fireplace or a wood stove.
Yeah,
the face cord won't last long.
And I think a lot of the people that are buying from me are buying gas station wood. They're buying the bundles and they're paying, $5-6 a bundle, and they don't realize that if you buy 42 of those, because if they're 0.75 cubic feet, 42 of those makes a face cord, which is 32 square feet, if you look at the front of it. 42 of those at $5 a piece is like, what, 210, 220 bucks, something like that?
Yeah.
I sell a face cord to them for either 110 or 120 bucks and I deliver it.
Right.
So it's half as much money and it gets brought right to them. So
I've
I've had customers I deliver to them. I had a lady this year I delivered to, and she bought 2 face cords, and she was so excited. She said, I've been buying gas station wood now for months, and she said, I go through 2 bundles a night. This is what, $10 a night. She says, now I can have as many fires as I want, and I can have the fire going all the time. She was so happy because she knew she had a lot of wood. And
buying it from you in particular, you're getting way better quality.
Oh yeah.
And service.
All my wood is a year old. I shouldn't say all of it. It's at least 6 months old, but it's dry when I sell it. It's ready to burn. I do moisture tests on all my wood, and I make sure that it's good to go. I do deliver it, and I make sure it's the size that they want. So a lot of the ladies tell me that they like the size of my wood. Take that for what you want. But yeah, there's a lot of people when I get to their house, they're all excited. Oh, our wood is here, our wood is here.
Yeah.
And it's usually because most people that I sell to, the reason they're getting wood is to sit and drink beer and have fun.
Yeah.
It's not because they're trying to stay warm and survive.
Yeah.
They're doing it for enjoyment. And that's what a lot of people that watch my channel and other firewood channels, and they make comments saying like, oh, that wood's too small, you're not getting much heat out of it, you're splitting it so small, it must burn fast. The people I sell to are literally burning money. They don't care.
Yeah.
They want firewood, they want to see the flame, they want to put more wood on, they want to enjoy it. They're not trying to survive by staying warm or save money for the most part. People that are trying to heat with wood, generally trying to save money. They're trying to heat their home and not spend a lot of money. And those are the people that always want deals on the wood.
Yeah.
The people I'm selling to, they don't care.
If a dollar bill burnt long enough, they'd just burn dollar bills.
They would burn the dollar bills, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is all tree service wood I got just recently. I'm gonna be getting a lot more of this. The town I live in here, they are cutting all the ash trees down, and this right here represents, I think they told me, like 30 trees, and they've got 100 more to go.
And what is this? At least 5 cords? Full cords?
I would say more than that even.
Yeah.
Well, because it's that pile over there too.
That
pile too.
I'm just thinking this stuff on the ground.
Yeah,
At least 5 full
and
cords.
that pile there.
Yeah.
I think this is probably close to a semi-load, so it's 12, 14 maybe. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought a dump truck, and they're each dump truck load, I'm guessing there's at least maybe I would say minimum 2 full cords in each dump truck load.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they've been here probably almost 10 times now.
Sure.
So yeah, it's a bunch of wood.
Yeah.
Some of it's not great. I mean, there's like some crotchy ones like this over here, but most of it's pretty darn clean, nice wood. And I told them I don't want any junk, because if you bring me junk, I'm not going to take it anymore.
Right.
So if I can't, if it takes me too much time to make wood out of it, I don't.
It's not
want
worth it.
No,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Oh, and some of this you can throw through that processor.
Some of I will be able to. That is
Like
my
even
plan.
this guy right
Yep.
here.
Yep. I hope to put some of it in there. Yeah. As much as possible. I mean,
Yeah.
why not? I got it. I might as well use it. So, and my tractor's over there. I bought that this last year. I've got a dump trailer I deliver wood with, and I do deliver most of the wood. Like 95% of the wood I sell, I deliver, which is what people want. Because a lot of people, when they call me, have told me stories like, yeah, I used to buy from a guy and he didn't deliver, so I had to take my minivan and make 3 trips, because they can only fit in so much at a time. And say, well, I'll deliver it all, and I'll dump it either in your garage or next to your garage or in front of it, or
Yeah.
if you want me to drive around to the backyard, I'll do that. I don't care.
You've
Wherever
taken
they
it to
want.
the service side of the business.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
and you make more money, and you can get more money for your product because of the service that you offer.
Yep. And your customers are much more loyal.
Right.
I have so many repeat customers, and I get referrals from them. That's where I get a lot of my business. They're like
Neighbors, friends, family.
Yeah, I'll deliver a load of wood to someone, even a new customer for the first time. I'll dump it and drive away, and before I get home, I'm getting a call from their neighbor. Hey, you just delivered a load of wood to my next door neighbor, Joe. You got good stuff. Can you bring me some?
And how do you advertise, like, to get the initial customers? How do you do that?
Craigslist. That's
Craigslist,
it.
strictly Craigslist.
I have never done anything with Craigslist, because I always wanted to do Facebook, but I sell everything I have every year, so I haven't had to.
Right, right.
And the business just keeps growing. So
Yeah.
if I was to do this as a full-time business, yes, I would probably do Facebook Marketplace. I would do Craigslist. I would probably do some other ads. I'd probably contact some people in the firewood industry, which would be like, say, fireplace people,
Sure.
masons, people that
Yeah.
do fireplace inspections, or the chimney sweeps.
And get into bundles and
Oh,
stuff too?
you could get into bundles at gas stations.
Have you ever done bundles?
No,
No?
I've made a few, and I would like to do it. The problem I have with bundles, it's not that I don't have a problem with them. I like making money just like anybody else. If you do bundles and you sell them to specifically like gas stations or convenience stores, you have to maintain that inventory
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You got to always be watching it, make sure it's full.
And not every piece of wood that comes off a splitter can go into a bundle.
No. To me, the big thing is the time, the extra time it's going to take. I own 3 businesses. I work all the time. I don't have time to babysit stands to go.
Sure.
I sell quite a bit of wood to a couple different guys that's what they do. They buy my wood, they bundle it, and they sell it. And they double their money, and I'm okay with that, because the wood I buy from my logger, I cut, split it, dry it, and I'm more than doubling it. So we're both doing well.
Right,
so I'm
right.
happy with that. So
Yeah.
someday, if I decide to do this full time and got employees, maybe I do bundling.
Sure.
Right now, it's just not something a lot of people that do bundling, like, you got to do it because you make so much more money. Well,
It's
yeah.
a lot. It's a different business too.
It's a
It
different
really is.
business. Between my photography business, my YouTube channel, my firewood, and a couple other things I do to make money on the side. I don't have any more time.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up for Chris showing us around and kind of taking us on a tour of his wood yard. And if you guys want to see this wood yard get filled back up, follow his channel, because
Got a lot of wood to cut.
this guy will have this thing so full and stacked and looking amazing by next fall, so that he can get some more sales out to people next fall and winter. So I'll leave a link to all of his YouTube and everything in the description down below. Go check out his channel in the Woodyard, and hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you guys on the next one.